Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to my channel today. It's Susan Winter, and I truly appreciate the fact that you've subscribed. It means a lot to me, and thank you for all your incredible commentary that I read on the YouTube page. I really, really do appreciate it. I got a good one for you today, the question and answers. This is from B, about her much younger guy. B, you've got it going on. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to read this for everybody because it's adorable and it's great. Okay, so B writes, "Hi Susan, I just met a younger guy. I'm 44 and he's 27. He seems to be quite serious, a quiet type, which suits me a lot. He has a very demanding job. He's a firefighter." Oh my God! I can't be, so many of my girlfriends in New York City would go crazy just hearing that alone. And then I'm going to read the rest of this. Yeah, not only is it a demanding job, he's a hero, okay, in everyday life. So this gets better. All right. So I sense he's a strong, manly man. He's also 6'6" and fit. I love this. I love this. I wonder if in our relationship I'd still be the one who's dominant just because of my age. I don't fancy this idea. Is it possible he would be the leader here? Thanks, B. B, this is such a darling question. Oh my God. And you girl, got it going on. Oh my God, this is great. Okay, so there is some confusion. Most of us, if we're not in these types of relationships, and we see them from afar, especially people that have never been open to it, assume, and wrongly, that the woman is always in control, that she's dominant, domineering, opinionated, controlling, and that she takes over everything simply because she's older. Now, in a healthy relationship, that doesn't happen. So just because a woman is older doesn't mean she's going to dominate or be domineering or mean that she's the one in control. So B, you've picked a guy here who's obviously a manly man. You're right. He is going to demonstrate all of these traits, and you can lean back and relax. But throughout our relationships, you might notice that each one of us gets a category or several categories. So in relationships, as we're starting to get our footing, okay, we're going to discover in coupledom where we have our strengths and where our partner has theirs. And in long-standing relationships, they work out because each person is sort of in charge of their category. Oftentimes, I know women will take control of the finances for the house. Oftentimes, women will plan the vacations, not because they're domineering or dominant, because they've made the mistake of having their partner do it and gone to a lousy place that's ill-prepared, and they're like, okay, unless you're a professional travel agent, I'm going to do it, honey. So we each learn our strengths and our weaknesses. Your partner sounds like he will be a man to lean back on. Something happens during your day, you're upset. He's a hero. He's a nurturer. He's somebody that helps in life. And this is a wonderful, wonderful quality. So here's what you may find yourself doing, and it's not really dominance, but women oftentimes will lead. They will lead the man because in many cases, a female has the kind of perspective and total vision of not only the man, but the dynamics of the relationship and its overall effect upon the outer world. Whereas men can be sometimes tunnel vision and, okay, they got the relationship and it's all good. And they kind of think, other than showing up and doing their duty and being nice and, trying to make her happy, that their job is done. But as a woman looks at the impact, she looks at the impact of the relationship on a grander scale, thinking more of the ripple effect. Women may have to lead in certain circumstances. Doesn't mean you're dominating, doesn't mean you're domineering, doesn't mean you're, trying to take control. It means that you are being the rudder for the ship. And I think the old saying is that behind every successful man, there's a woman who's guiding him. Our partnerships, it works both ways. We can bring the best out of our partner or the worst, and they can do the same for us. So in loving, committed partnership, if you are the kind of woman who is thoughtful and you are leading your man, you are leading him to be the highest version of himself. Regardless of age differences or same age, whatever, that is, I feel, one of the great gifts a female can offer in the relationship. And if a guy does it too, that's amazing. But I know for myself that that's always been my quest. How can I help this partner access the greatest part of themselves so that they feel their confidence, their power, their success, their empowerment? How can I help them realize their dream? So in that way, you might find yourself guiding him. Because in a real partnership, he may ask your opinion, or you may see something and feel that you are urged to share your opinion on something. So don't be afraid to communicate your feelings and make sure that your partner knows how you feel, because open communication, where you've established that it's safe to speak freely and it's safe to have opposite opinions because you're going to listen to each other and sort it out. All these things are important, and B, you're the one that can add those things. Now, if that's dominant, it's a new version of dominant. But you are not dominant automatically because you're older. You've had more life perspective. But dealing with somebody who deals with life and death every time that bell rings, they're on par with you. It's another reality. Having lived in New York through 9/11, right on top of Rescue One, like this ultra, all sorts of rescues. And one day talking to the guys with the dogs, and the next day nobody's there. It takes great perspective. Your partner in this case has seen what's really important in life, seen death up close, and walks into it every day of his life as a part of his job. What a phenomenal person, okay? So you may be more suited to have him lead than you even imagined, but I thank you for your question. It's absolutely beautiful, and I wish you great success in this relationship. Thanks for writing me. And thank you, all of you who've come to me on Magnify and worked with me on the on-demand system. I love talking to you and meeting you. Thank you, those of you who've been coming to me, especially like the all-day clients. That's really great, the intensives. And I love meeting you and having us really, go through the things that you need to make the transformation. And thank you, and you can listen to me on iTunes, The Susan Winters Show. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.